What's going on, you guys? Noah Prosser here, back at it again with
Grandma.
aka Hood
Am I
Girl.
supposed to- Okay, whatever. Yeah.
And today we're doing a Throwback Thursday story. It's not entirely too far back, but it was like last summer.
I don't know about that. How old are those cats now?
No, because Rebecca was with me.
All right.
Rebecca was with me because
probably
she was,
it was last summer or spring, maybe last spring.
So
Year ago.
she's gonna tell the first part of the story, well, what she knows, and then I'm gonna finish it off. So without further ado, let's let this young lady tell the story.
Okay, so let's say it was one day last spring or early summer. We are in the backyard and we keep hearing this cat meow, the loudest meow, but we could tell it was one of the little kitties. And I'd just go back to the back patio and that cat would meow so loud. I just kept looking back there, wondering why this little kitty was being so loud from the ravine. Well, it got to be late afternoon or early evening, and I went back to the ravine and realized this cat wasn't down in the ravine making this loud noise. It was way, way up in a tree, and I looked and looked. Finally, way up in the fork of a tree, very high up, was this little kitty cat. There was no way in the world I was going to be able to get this cat out. And so we thought about calling the fire department, and eventually we did call the fire department, but before that we got Noah involved, and Noah decided he was going to get the cat out of the tree. But it wouldn't have been so bad if it'd be a regular tree, but down a ravine and up on the other side. So we had to get the tall ladder out and get the ladder into the ravine, up on the other side, lean it against a tree, and then climb up it. So now, Noah.
Okay, so whenever I got to the scene of the crime, I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh.
Way up.
It is, I'm gonna put a clip in here probably before about how tall it is and where she was at. But I'm really good at climbing. I've always been really good at climbing, so it was a challenge, I was like, man, we don't need the fire department. Let me get up there, I'll get them. So I look around and I'm trying to see how to do it, how to strategize it. And there's so many bushes in the ravine. If you don't know, right now it's blooming, so I can kind of show you a bit what it would look like. Mm-hmm. You're gonna say something?
Well, it's probably worse at that time though, because now it's still a little cleared out. It's not full blooming.
Yeah, it's not.
It was worse.
It was
it
worse.
must have been later on in the spring
full.
or summer, because it was full.
So I had to cut down some little trees, bushes, stuff like that, just to get the ladder through it. And so I got the ladder up through it, and like she said, I had to lean it on the back. And so I had a rope, just a little rope over my back. And what I did was I climbed up the ladder as tall as it would get. And then I seen a branch about 5 feet up, and I threw it up over the branch and held onto it like this and pulled myself up, wrapped my legs around it, stood up and saw another branch about 5 feet this way. Same thing. I was like Tarzan. It was so scary because I was at least, how high do you think I was up in the air?
Oh, I don't know. 30 feet?
Yeah, I was 30 feet in the air holding onto a rope, pulling myself up to get to this branch, and then I had to shimmy up to the what do you call it? A perch?
Fork,
a fork. Yeah, a fork. And then I finally grabbed the cat. But at that time, somebody, was it the fire department?
Rebecca called the fire department, and they said, well, they don't really do that. They don't really get cats out of the trees. But about the time you got the cat, somebody drove up, and he was a guy from the fire department who was off duty. And he said, the fire department doesn't really do this, but he felt bad about it. And he said, I came out to see what was going on and to see if you got this, because he said, maybe I could help. He's a really nice guy. Mm-hmm. And so he says, oh, you got it. Yeah, we said we did get the cat out, but now what do we do? Noah's 35, 40 feet up in the tree by now. He's got a cat in his hands. We're down here looking up at this cat. And we said, what do we do? And he said, run in, get a sheet, just a bed sheet. And he said, we 4 people, or, 2, but it ended up being 4, I think.
Yeah.
And he says, take the ends of the sheets, the 4 corners of the sheet, hold them really, really tight. And he said, Noah, you drop the cat on the sheet. And we held it really tight. And it was a good idea, because we didn't know how we were going to get it down. So.
And the cat, I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, woo!
And we had the great big sheet there, and Noah dropped it. And sure enough, that cat landed right in the middle of the sheet. We were holding it like this. He took one into Rebecca, me, and Mia, I think. and we held that sheet, and the cat came right down and landed right in the middle of the sheet. I don't think we would have thought that, but he was the firefighter, the fireman, and he thought of it. So.
Yeah, it was
and he
really
was
good thinking.
he was very impressed with Noah. He said, "I cannot believe you're up that high." He waited until Noah got down safely before he left in and
Yeah.
helped us get the ladder down, and we got the ladder back up front to the garage and that. He was very helpful and very nice, and was pretty
yeah.
impressed with what we were doing.
Yeah, so all you need, is this family to rescue your cats, your dogs, anything. But yeah, that was a crazy, cool story, honestly. That's pretty cool. But yeah.
Are you going to show the?
Yeah, I'm going to show them.
Okay.
So yeah, this will end today's story. Just small, cool story that we experienced like not even a year ago, honestly.
Yeah.
Almost
Well, it was probably over a year because the ravine was fuller. So
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was later in the spring, early summer maybe. So I'm going to maybe 9-10 months ago probably.
Yeah. So yeah, well, I hope you all guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. Give a comment for Hood Girl for participating in this video. And we'll see y'all later.
And are you
Peace.
going to show where the cat was?
Yes, I'm going to show
Okay.
the cat.
Okay. All right.
Peace.